Hey indie game fans! It's always a little weird to recap the previous month of indie games in the following month, especially when last month is last year. But regardless, great showing for indie games in December, but as always, we will start with some quick picks worth checking out. Slime Sun, creator, is the Super Mario Maker analog to 2017's Slime Sun, a Twitch platformer which I really loved, which was one of my top 10 indie games of that year. I love the core platforming mechanics and the feel of the game, so Creator allows you to make and share your very own levels. If you just want to play cool community creations, the option is there as well, and the cherry on the cake is that all existing owners got the Creator update for free. Do note that this is the standalone version, and I would highly recommend getting the Super Slime edition instead. Kenshi is a super odd entry that I never thought I would be writing about, but is a squad-based, free-form open-world RPG made by the aptly named Lo-Fi Games, which hit 1.0 last month. Despite its looks and the overall jank, the consensus seems to be that the underlying gameplay systems are all very well designed. Bladed Fury is a stylish action game with an art style inspired by traditional Chinese art, very slick and very beautiful. DUSK is an honest-to-goodness old-school 90s FPS which reached its 1.0 release last month. Think original Quake or Doom with the same sense of speed and violence.
1986, the year when it all ended. Humanity barely survived. But there is a new threat.
And finally, Atom RPG has been described as Fallout 1 but in Russia, and that description alone should excite you if you have dabbled in the old school Fallout games. A classic CRPG with skills and stats that affects your options in various scenarios, as well as branching quest lines, non-linear gameplay, and a huge world to explore. This hits all of the right beats for a great throwback experience. Moving on, here are the top 5 best indie games of December 2018. Override Mech City Brawl is, as advertised, a 3D gigantic mech brawler and is all sorts of awesome and fun. With a cast of 12 and counting mechs, each with their own unique playstyles and skills, cosmetic customizations, co-op where multiple people control the same mech, and even a fully fledged single-player campaign, get this for your Pacific Rim fix. Clatter is the latest release from Facepunch Games, creators of GRIS mod and Rust, but in a surprise twist, this is a turn-based tactics game, focusing on robot-on-robot combat. The sheer variety in the robots and the tactical options available to you makes this worth a look, and while it is built for multiplayer, there is a single-player campaign and daily challenges with an AI that is surprisingly good.
I can see you. I can smell your dread and madness. You slash your way through my precious dungeons. You desolate my undead legions. You plunder my dear treasures. You steal the secrets that were not meant for mortal eyes. No matter.
Book of Demons is an unashamed tribute to Diablo 1, down to the town with a multi-level, demon-infested dungeon beneath it, and the 3 character classes of Warrior, Rogue, and Mage. This has a lovely papercraft aesthetic, and some deck-building RPG elements which changes things up. Finally hitting 1.0 in December, this event has some flexibility for the busy gamer in the Flexi Scope system, allowing people to customize the size of the randomly generated dungeons, where the rewards and length of the play session scale accordingly. Heartbeat may be one of the most covered games on the channel in 2018, and while I do apologize for the repetition, it is a really charming little thing which I really like. Taking inspiration from games like Pokemon and Shin Megami Tensei, this is a monster-centric JRPG with fun characters, vibrant aesthetics, a compelling story, and even side activities like fishing. Pleasant all around and highly recommended. Finally, if you are following games media even just a little bit, you will invariably come across some mention of GRIS or GRIS from Barcelona-based Nevada Studio, which is a gorgeous watercolor platformer telling an emotional tale about grief and despair. This has been a late entrant in many Game of the Year lists, where the standout has to be the visuals. While the platforming and puzzling is on the simpler side, this accomplishes what it sets out to do with the story, and for its centerpiece position as examples of games as art, it takes the #1 spot of the month. For more of the best indie games, do check out the previous episode, or check out my recommended playlist, and I will see you after the jump.